Hey, fourth graders, it's Miss Wheeland. This is Chapter 12, Lesson 1, and we just finished Chapter 11, which was on customary or standard units of measurement, and now we're doing metric units of measurement. And so metric is not used quite as much in the United States. We definitely do use it, but it's standard to be used just about everywhere else in the whole entire world. Customary, what we use for a lot of things here in the US, is not really used at all in the rest of the world. So there's some interesting differences there. I like metric a lot. It's the system is a whole lot easier, but today we're just going to talk about length. And for length, everything ends in meter. Meter's like the word you need to go to. If you see meter, you know it's length. So within that, we have a bunch of different things. So our base unit is meter, right? And that's going to be a 1. You can have a decimeter, which is a tenth of that. You can have a centimeter, which is a hundredth of that. You can have a millimeter, which is a thousandth of that. There are 1,000 millimeters in 1 meter. There's 100 centimeters in 1 meter. There's 10 decimeters in 1 meter. And to go larger than a meter, you can have a decameter, hectometer, and a kilometer. So the kilo, let's star these ones that we normally see. I'm going to say kilo. These 4 are really the ones. My cat just fell off. No biggie, he's good. These 4 are going to be the ones that you're going to see in different places. Kilo, that base one, like a meter. Centi and milli, those are pretty much the ones you need to know, but I just wanted to show you could go multiply by 10 to get up to the next one, and then divide by 10 to get down to this. Just like place value, which is one of the reasons why metric is so nice, because it fits really well with our place value system. It uses a base of 10. 10 times bigger, 10 times smaller, okay? All right, metric units of length, okay? And as I already talked about, here's our 4 that we really are going to see a lot. Length is the measurement of a line between 2 points, point A to point B. From here to here, how long is it? Millimeters, centimeters, meter, and kilometer are units that are part of the metric system and measure for length. A millimeter is about as thick as 6 sheets of notebook paper. Can you imagine that? That's pretty thin. Here's like 2 millimeters, 6 of those. A centimeter is about the length of a ladybug. Still pretty small. A meter is about the height of a chair. A meter is close-ish to about 3 feet. And a kilometer is about 6 city blocks. All right, here's our first example. Math in my world. Example 1. Doug is growing carrots in his garden. He pulled out a carrot for lunch. Measure the carrot to the nearest centimeter. So looking at this carrot, we line it up, start at the 0, and all the way over to about the 12. Yeah? The carrot is closer to the 12 centimeter mark than the 13, as we can see, much closer to the 12. So the carrot is almost or about 12 centimeters long. Okay. And when we're measuring the length of an object, we need to estimate the length to see which measurement we want to use. So if we have the length of a desk, are we going to want to use millimeters, centimeters? What's going to be best for this? We know that a millimeter is 10 times smaller than a centimeter. Remember, a millimeter is that 6 sheets of paper, and a centimeter is about a ladybug. I would rather measure with the size of a ladybug instead of how thin a piece of paper is. That's going to be a little bit ridiculous. So which one do we think is a little bit more accurate? I'm going to say we're probably not going to use millimeters. Yeah. So I'm just going to cross the millimeter one, millimeter. So 5 centimeters or 50 centimeters. Do you think a desk is 5 ladybugs long or 50 ladybugs long? It's 50 ladybugs long, right? So it needs to be long enough to work on. Centimeters are better estimate than millimeters. And so we're going to say the answer is 50 cm, centimeters, or choice C. Okay. Guided practice. Estimate the length of a grasshopper, then measure to the nearest centimeter. I don't have a ruler, so I'm not going to measure these for you, but I'm going to give you some pretty good estimates on it. So I know that the width of my pinky is the width of my pinky nail is close to a centimeter, and so I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, about 3 centimeters. And this one is 3 centimeters. Choose the best estimate for the length of a kayak. Centimeter, remember, pretty small length of a ladybug. Is it 6 of those? Definitely not. 2 meters. Remember, a meter is about as tall as a chair. If you stacked up 2 chairs, would that be about as long as a kayak? Maybe, but let's see if there's a better one. 6 meters? 6 chairs stacked on top of each other? I think that's too big. And 2 kilometers? That's 12 blocks. There's no way a kayak is 12 blocks long. We're going to go with 2 meters. And then let's go down to these guys. Choose the best estimate for each length. Pause your video and think through this one and see which one you're going to choose. Okay, the height of a cornstalk. Is it 2 millimeters, a couple pieces of paper tall? Nope. Is it 2 centimeters, like 2 little ladybugs tall? No. 2 meters, like 6 feet? Yeah, definitely. And it's definitely not 12 city blocks. That would be crazy. Maybe it looks like 12 city blocks if you're an ant. Number 8, the length of an airport runway. Ooh, this is going to get big. So I'm going to say it's not going to be millimeters or centimeters right off the bat. Okay, which one do you think it is? If you said, you're right. Runways have to be very long so that a whole entire plane can take off. Nice job. Okay. Let's see. We're going to do, let's do 2 more. A giraffe at the zoo is 5 meters tall. Name something else that is about 5 meters tall. Pause and figure out something 5 meters tall. I'm going to say a ladder. One of the really tall ones, like for painting or getting to the roof, is probably that tall. Okay? Is the distance between Boston, Massachusetts and Phoenix, Arizona, like more than halfway across the country, about 4,000 centimeters or 4,000 kilometers? Explain. I'm going to say 4,000 kilometers because there are many To measure across the whole United States or most of the United States, I'm definitely not going to want to use ladybugs. I'm going to want to use something a lot larger than that. So 4,000 kilometers. Because if there's a lot of city blocks in one city, to measure in between multiple cities, we're definitely going to want a larger scale of measurement. Go ahead and take the check. Make sure that you're getting a 4 or a 5. But fourth graders, I know that metric is something that is new and not very familiar to you. So if this is something that you are working on for a while and still not getting the right answers on this week, let yourself take a little break and let us know, and write us a note if this is something that's not clicking with you quite as well as you would like. We don't want this to become too stressful, okay? Have a great day.